Assalamualaikum and good day to everyone. First of all, I want to introduce myself. My name is Heazel Syaffnaa binti HAMDAN. You can call me Heazel. And first of all, I want to thank everyone who came here to listen to my talk today. So, what is the title of our talk today? Okay, so today I'm going to talk about the impact of social media on language. Interesting, isn't it? So, social media is something that we use daily, but have you ever realized how much it has changed the way we speak, the way we write, and the way we think? So today, let us explore together on how technology is shaping our language and what that means for us as social media users. So let's start. As we all know, communication today is faster and more digital than ever before. And social media also has become a new space for communication. Also, language evolves with technology. What I mean by is social media has transformed how people express themselves, where it filled with emojis, slangs, and memes, where sometimes we all use it, right? And everyday communication also shaped by apps like TikTok, X, Instagram, and WhatsApp. Sometimes whenever we are using all these communication tools or this communication application, we tend to use a lot of simple words where it becomes shorter, funnier, and more visual. In simple words, actually technology does not change what we say, but actually how we say it. So, by today, I believe that all of you will get to understand how social media influences language. That's the first one. Second, we will be able to highlight both positive and negative impacts, where I will explain more during our talk today. And last one is I would like to encourage responsible and creative language use online. Let us move on to the evolution of internet language. Before social media exists, we actually use a lot of Gmails, emails for long and formal messages, especially whenever we want to communicate with our beloved one, with our friends, teachers, and so on. But then came the instant messaging apps like MSN, WhatsApp, and now TikTok, X, and also Instagram. We started using words like LOL. Do you know what is LOL stands for? So LOL stands for laughing out loud. You will be using a lot of this kind of new forms of writing, or you can see a lot of these things online, especially on TikTok, Instagram, and X. Not only LOL, but sometimes we can see a lot of something like BRB. Do anyone knows what BRB stands for? Yes, correct. BRB stands for be right back, where you are in rush and you want to text your friend. So you are using BRB, be right back. And another one can also IDK. IDK. Do anyone know what IDK stands for? Well, IDK stands for I don't know. It's not like I don't know what is IDK, but IDK stands for I don't know. But then later came also memes, GIF, and stickers, where all these things, this is a visual ways of communicating emotions and humor. Sometimes it can make the communication more expressive and fun. Okay, nowadays also we also have AI tools. We use a lot of ChatGPT, Gemini, Copilot, and so on. So language has become a digital, visual, and global. It connects billions instantly. It's a very easy way. It's a very common way, or a very fun way to communicate with others. So let us move on to features of social media language. First one is it is informal, creative, and expressive. Look at the example I screenshot. In this one, I got from the comments on TikTok. Help, I'm obsessed, where the writer using capital letters, expressive words, and also emojis. It shows strong emotion and also personality. Another one, second one, it's full of shortened words and abbreviations. Look at the screenshot. This guy is using the OMG, I forgot he had a beauty brand, exclamation mark. The OMG there's also, I believe it is to save time and make communication quicker. That one is blend language and blend language, where they use a lot of mixed language such as English and Malay. I cannot tahan lah this way, where there are English and Malay in one sentence, where it is actually not so good whenever we are using it online, because sometimes it could make the language not professional, and that's not how you're using language properly. Last one is social media uses a lot of hashtags and emojis to express emotion. Probably we can see a lot like hashtag Monday motivation, hashtag get ready with me, hashtag best day ever with my girls, and then there are emoji at the end of their text or at the end of their sentence. All these things can reflect how language online is very playful, expressive, and always changing. Okay, let us see what is the positive impact of social media on language. Of course, there's a lot, but I would like to highlight a few. So the first one is social media actually is also encourage creativity and humor, where it making communication more engaging and so much fun. Okay, where they, just like how I said just now, we are using a lot of emojis, memes, where it can be very, very expressive. Second one is it promotes multilingualism, where people mix language and cultures freely, where it can make the culture exchange happen. That one is it helps us to communicate faster and more expressively, even across countries. Even you and your friends are way far apart with each other, you can still communicate with them and still feels very close to each other by using text and social media. Most importantly, it builds communities and connection, where people actually can connect through their shared words, slangs, or hashtags, just like how we discussed on the slides before. But there are also the downsides or the negative effects of social media on language. So first one is it causes a decline in grammar and spelling accuracy, where many users actually depends too much on autocorrect and do not care about their proper language. So eventually it will be a normalization among the social media users by using incorrect use of language or improper way to communicate with others. Secondly, we sometimes overuse slang. Sometimes we also forget how to write formally. Whenever the times comes whenever we have to talk in formal tone or using formal writing, sometimes we tend to use informal tone also because we are used to it. So it's not good. Third one is short attention spans. Social media actually encourage short attention spans because sometimes people prefer quick, simple content and over detailed writing. Just like how I said before, they are using BRB. It's way too short for us to communicate with our friends sometimes. Sometimes they can also annoy, or they cannot understand what are we going to deliver, what are we going to say. And lastly, there is also miscommunication and hate speech, because when tone and emotions are unclear, words can sometimes easily hurt others, especially when we are not beware, whenever we are using our keyboard or the keyboard warrior on the social media. So, how can we use language wisely online as the social media users? First of all is to think before you type. Why? Because once it is posted, you cannot take it back. You probably can take it back, but the effects on that person, if we are using hateful comments or we are throwing hate to someone, it could leave something that is negative to them. Second one is we are supposed to be respectful and empathetic, where sometimes we can also put ourselves in their shoes, try to have an empathy toward them, and make sure to keep the boundaries there. We are strangers, so make sure we keep the boundaries as strangers, and because every comment affects someone's life, we don't know. Third one is balanced creativity with clarity, where actually fun words could be fine or fun, but make sure others can understand what are we going to deliver, what are we going to say. Make sure it is clear and easy to understand. Fourth one is very important. We should use words to connect and not to attack. Do not hide behind a fake profile, fake account and so on, just to throw hateful comments, hate speech towards someone that are wrongly accused or whatever it is we listen online. I can see that we are coming to the end of our talk today. So, quote of the day: social media does not control our language, but we do. So, I believe that our generation has the power to use language for good. First one, let us be the generation that wisely speak wisely, even online, even in real life, or even face to face. Also, let us use language to inspire and not to insult others or even ourselves. Another one is let us make our digital voice reflect intelligence, empathy, and also respect. To conclude, social media and language are very inseparable, where we use social media using language, and we are using our language on social media. So make sure we are using it in very proper way. Learn to become social media users that are aware on how to properly communicate with others, or how to properly use language online, because they evolve together every single day. Every day we are using it. Our words, even online, actually carry real meaning and real impact. The way we type, comment, or caption reflects who we are as individuals and as society. So remember, social media does not control our language, but we do. Okay, that is the quote of the day. So thank you everyone for listening today. I hope that you gain so many new information, new skills, or new things to learn about today, about social media, about language, and make sure to share all this whatever you gain today to anyone else you close with, probably your friends, your teachers, your siblings, your cat, and so on. So thank you for listening. I hope this talk today made you more aware of how language is constantly changing and how powerful our words can be. Let us continue to use language to connect, create, and inspire others. Thank you and bye-bye.